So when I first recorded this video, it was all going to be about how Pred is OP, how you can't fight against the bleed, and I'm really glad I waited like a week and a half to post this video because my opinion has really changed since then. I know Pred Mark is really powerful, but there is a certain point where Pred Mark just isn't as good. So when I recorded this video, it was for the intent of showing you guys how to cheese Pred Mark and do crits out of like above 200k easy. So that's going to be what's going on in the background. But I don't really want to talk about that anymore, since I hope they change this. But first I want to talk about how Pred is not OP. And the first thing that comes to mind is comparing it to the other gear sets in the game. And Banshee is kind of just like Pred. You do a bunch of damage, but you don't have a lot of healing. Instead of like Nomad or Striker, which gives you healing and toughness, but Nomad doesn't give you damage, but Striker gives you a lot of damage. You get that healing factor, and it's actually really hard to beat someone 1v1 if you're using Pred. And in my experience, Striker is still the best build in the game. If you can pop shot, then you're pretty much set, or you just have a really good house with it. You can get your stacks easily. Striker beats Pred 9 times out of 10. And that's only in 1v1 situations. If it's a group situation, it's definitely harder to fight someone with Pred. If it's 1v3 and they have a Pred, you're pretty much dead, which makes solo pretty hard. But in group play, Pred is pretty easy to counter, since everyone should be running boxes now, since overheals and booster shots are ass. It's easy to get off the bleed effect. If you guys can strafe around, it's easy for them to miss shots so they can't get the 10 count. And they're easy to focus and kill because they don't have the healing factor like Nomad or Striker. I feel like Predator's Mark is such a DPS focused build that it's okay to have it where it is right now, the damage that it's doing. It doesn't, yeah, if you're at low health, it can crit a full bar of your health. But that's not going to happen every time. You're not going to get destroyed by a group of Preds every time, especially if you're smart about it and can play against them. And another reason why we need Pred still is because of Nomad. And I thought Pred was OP. Nomad pisses me the fuck off. Literally took me 3 hours, 2 hours to kill a group of 3 Nomads. Rank 5, they just kept running away, grouping up, splitting up, and it was the most difficult thing. I had to put on Pred. We had like 5 Preds chasing them, and every time their Nomad would proc over and over and over. So we need Pred Mark to cancel out that annoying ass Nomad build. Like, Striker can beat Nomad, but at distance, when they're running, that seems to be the new meta. Everyone runs away. Nomads are extremely painful to fight. Group play, they're not as annoying, but when you're trying to clear off your manhunt and you have Nomads fighting, running, fighting, running, it is difficult, especially when it's multiple solo Nomads. They can be difficult to kill. Say you're fighting 4v4 with a group and then 2 Nomad solos come, and they can spam nades and put down shock turrets, and they are extremely hard to kill once the Nomad procs if they're running it right. If you're running a really high DPS Nomad build, in my opinion, I think you're doing it wrong, because I can still 3-tap you after your Nomad procs with my Strikers, so I don't see the benefit in that. But yeah, Predator's Mark is a pretty good set right now, really good. If you want to go that DPS build, I suggest using it. Now, let me tell you guys what they need to fix. And if you've just been watching in the background the gameplay, then you understand what I'm doing. I'm actually stacking Predator's Mark with a high single shot gun and then switching to the crit gun, so it will crit more when I apply the bleed. And what this does is increases your crits by numerous amounts. Like, if I can crit 80k normally on a player and then I hit him with one sniper shot, I'll be hitting 190k crits. It's pretty insane what you can do if you run a secondary sniper. Hit them from distance and then close in on them. It's pretty broken, in my opinion. It's really broken. They need to make it so Pred Mark is only for ARs and SMGs. And I know some people will still do it with the Urban and then switch to a SMG, but that's not as bad as, say, using a sniper or even the Medved. You can do it with a fucking Medved. Hit them like 2 times with the Medved, switch to the house, and they're pretty much dead. Because the crits are so insane, they can't medkit through 150k crit, taking out half their health. It's pretty ridiculous that it can do this. I mean, at first I really wanted them to nerf it, but comparing it to my experiences with Nomad and Striker, and even Banshee can actually take on a Pred Mark build if the Banshee user knows how to take the bleeding off. So Pred Mark is okay where it's at. They just need to fix a few things. Like I said, like, I shouldn't be able to crit 1.7 mil on this stupid target practice shit. And if I did it on a player, I would probably kill him in an instant flop if I did this to a player. And the clip before, I only shot him a couple times, and then I applied the bleed, and I still got 213k. But through playing just regularly, if I use Pred, I use the sniper, hit him once and fight him, they don't stand a chance. So they really need to fix that. They need to do something about Nomad. They need to nerf Nomad. I'm so tired of it. It will proc 4 times in a row, and then they'll just run away, use their ult. It's extremely frustrating when you're fighting someone and you kill him 4 times over, and you only get 1 rank from it. And if it's in a group, then, you know, just focus everyone else and then kill the Nomad. But then he'll just run around until his group comes, so it's pretty... I don't know, this patch has been a little bit unstable. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying PvP. Nothing seems too broken right now except for the Nomad and the Pred, but not really many people are using the Pred cheese right now, which is good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys watched the gameplay in the background because it's actually insightful on how you guys stack Pred, and I will probably post again tomorrow.